Yo, what's going on, guys? Bobby here, and today is a video, man. Today is a day that I have been waiting for so long. For literally 2 years, I have been waiting for this day, but I have finally made World Finals again. So today we are going to be covering all the matches, well, a part of all the matches, and talking you guys through everything that happened, all the emotion, you know, all like the little side stuff that you don't know, literally just everything. We're going to talk about it all and get into it. But before we do, I just wanted to make sure you guys know how much I appreciate the support that you guys have given me. When things were going well, you guys always have my back. When things are going bad, you guys always have my back. So I just want to make sure that you guys know you are thought about. You guys are like all the goats. And one of my favorite sayings, if not my favorite saying in the world, is don't eat with people you wouldn't starve with. And to me, that basically just means, like, you know, things weren't going so well. There were people, especially in Brawl Stars, all my pro player friends know this with the community, that when you do well, people just jump on the bandwagon. They're like, okay, we're going to root for these guys because they're winning and it's easy and we want to root for the winners. But what's more special than people who treat you nice when you win is people who believe in you and root for you even when you're losing. So for all of you who have been watching my videos, in my streams, in my Discord, literally anything, I appreciate you guys so much. And I just wanted that to be let known before we get into this. All right, so what we're going to be doing is just going through the draft and then watching one game per set. Typically, it's going to be the last game of the set. So right here, we go through the ban phase. We're going to try and go through these drafts pretty quickly because draft can take a while. We left Cordelius, Barry, and Lumi open, which are all first pick brawlers on this map, and then banned some assassins because we just wanted to take 2 of the 3 best brawlers and then, I don't know, just figure out our last pick. But they sniped those bans. They banned Barry and Lumi and then got themselves a free Cord game, which is easily the best brawler on the map. So we kind of had to go to plan B, which was Ruffs. We went Ruffs and Amber because Amber is really strong, especially on this heist map when you kind of open everything up. And we didn't lose with Ruffs at all. It's pretty easy to win with Ruffs on this map as long as you don't lose the start. And that's where I think this pick didn't really make sense. They go Chuck. So it's a little bit weird because with Ruffs, as long as you don't lose the start, you seem to win the game. But then Chuck is like a slow starter. You see what I'm saying? So like, I don't think they're taking advantage of the weakness of our comp. They rounded out with Carl, which I thought was a pretty good pick. And then we go Nita. If you guys watched the Snake Thug video, you guys would know that Nita was the answer to the hardest question. If you guys need something to defend and also do damage, Nita is always the answer. All right, so this set did go to a game number 3. So in game 3, we got Ruffs laning Pain, who is on Cord, which is a really good lane for Ruffs. I'm moving down one side, and Sans is just trying to deal with Juan on Chuck in the middle. Chino with the really good breaks. You guys can see straight away, we're just opening up the map as much as we can, and Amber absolutely feasts on an open map. So Amber very easily takes out the safe. One and done, very easy, very quick. And we're kind of just doing our thing. It's my job just to get a bear and defend, and then Sans, it's also his job to do damage and defend. It kind of just depends on like who's positioned where. I get the kill on Chuck over there, and then somehow, some way, I don't know how Pain does it, but he manages to give me that kill. So the game is pretty even right now, but, you know, we're getting some hyper charges. Oh, all right, there we go. We're getting some hyper charges. We're getting some, you know, treats. I call them dog treats, power-ups. And yeah, I don't know. Everyone's doing their job. Chino's doing a good job getting these kills. He gives me a hypercharged treat, but I don't really need it. Game's perfectly even right now, 50-50, but I jump on safe with that hyper bear. I get the stun onto Tacos, get a couple hits, and then Tacos also gets burnt, so he's going to go down. Sans gets the kill over there on Pain, who just have to break one more barrier. Chino dives, gets a shot. Same thing with Sans. He's just trying to get as many shots as possible, so he goes in, he gets the burn, he does some damage. Chino throws his tree onto the safe, and then I just waddle on up as the little Nita, do some damage, get the stun off. They can't defend this, and that is game over. So we knew going into this monthly final, specifically versus STMN, where basically we didn't scrim any other maps. We only prepared for STMN. We knew everything was on the line versus STMN. And we had to win the first 2 maps because they had a very strong win rate on Triple Dribble, which was map number 3, and Hot Zone Open Business, which was map number 4. So our strategy here was just get rid of Crow. Crow is really difficult to face as a second pick or third pick. Same thing with Lumi, just really good anti-tanks, difficult to face. And then get rid of Amber. Amber's good into Tara, good into Sandy, and those were our 2 preferred first picks. So they banned the Tara out. Cord, Chino's really good at Cord, and they also banned Crow. The Crow ban, I think, was a little bit of a throw because then we get Sandy. And Sandy, I mean, Sandy's just insane, you know, like Sandy's broken on this map. So this is exactly what we want. Then they go Janet, Lily. Horrible picks, I gotta be honest, because the whole point of picking a Sandy is you want to play aggressive. That's why we banned Lumi, Crow, and Amber, because we're trying to get aggressive. So you guys can see I'm not even talking here. We already know what we're going. We already know we're going to go Draco 100%, which was our first pick. And then we're just talking about what mid we can run. But Jean is a very strong mid here. Janet does counter Jean with the turret / jump. Like, either gadget's good. Plus, on top of that, you have, what is it? The fly, right? I don't know why I blanked on the fly. So, like, Jean's just really good here. But even if you aren't hitting pulls, it's just good for vision, good for keeping people low and just like knowing where they are. So like if we could blind pick a comp, we would literally pick this comp. So that's how you know they're kind of screwed. And then they go Fink's last pick. I don't really like that pick, but yeah. So I'm going to show you guys game number 1 here, because I guess, oh, holy lie. I guess if I show you a second game and it's only a 2-game series, you guys know the winner. I mean, I assume you guys know the winner anyways, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Why not? So, yeah, basically all we have to do is just stay grouped. I mean, they had a pretty good start, to be honest, but Chino did get his Draco. It's okay if they have good starts, by the way. My Jean, guys, we got to talk about it. Like, my Jean was like vintage, like 2020 peak form Jean. It was fantastic. I was so happy with the way I played my Jean. But anyways, like, our comp is a slow starting comp, but then once we get our Draco Hyper, Draco Super, Sandy Super, like, we start to feel it. Like, our comp gets a lot better. So again, I yank Pain. I mean, just free eats in the mid. I don't know. I appreciate the gem donations by Pain. Tacos gets into our spawn. My teammates leave me, which they're not supposed to do, but Tacos doesn't make anything from it, so it's okay. I'm able to get this nice gem spawn in here. I'm telling Chino, I'm like, yo, get the gem. So he stands there. He grabs the gem. Sands uses his Sandy Super. I miss my pull on Tacos because I guess Tacos is slammier than Pain. And then this moment is kind of scary because Tacos does have Hyper Super. He doesn't use it for some reason. Pain gets a kill, and somehow Juan gets out with a gem, but Sands is able to get a kill. Even if Pain flew there, a gem would have spawned on our side, so it wouldn't really have been a big deal. He would have wasted fly. It actually would have been better for us. So my job here, because I don't have gems, is to make sure I die before the timer runs out. So I push 1, get the kill. These guys are trying to ignore me because that's best for them. Sands does go down, and I was scared that the Janet was going to chain flies, so I pulled a Janet just so she can't get any shots off. And now just Chino has the gems, which is honestly pretty good for us because Chino is the most secure with the gems. He has a gadget. He has 11,000 HP. He's literally a Draco. So, I mean, pretty easy for him to stay alive. Well played by us. And yeah, we won set number 2. Okay, I'm going to have slight caster background. You know what? Actually, I lied. I'm not going to. I thought I wanted slight caster background, but honestly, I don't. I had an insane start on the cat here. I know we missed a little bit, but I had like a perfect start. I was able to kill the Kenji really fast. And then I go for the jump on Juan. I get the kill, and I get my hyper in 25 seconds, which is honestly like kind of absurd. And then I somehow survive here. I don't know what Pain's shooting at, but he just didn't want to kill me, I guess. So I have like the best possible start, but it doesn't lead to too much. Sands does have super, and I do have hyper, but I don't know. You know, I get the kill on Pain, but they still have ball control, so it's not really a big deal. Really nice take there by Juan, but he messed up. He probably should have scored there. He didn't. I think he like shot the ball by accident out when he could have just scored. So a little bit unfortunate for him, fortunate for us. And yeah, I mean, we're looking pretty good at this point. Things are going pretty well. I got my cat jump. Chino with a nice play. I jump onto Pain. I thought I would get a little bit more support from Sands than I did, but I didn't. So I go down. And yeah, I don't know. Like, they just have good control. Like, I feel like I'm playing good, but they have nice control. Pain goes in, and I use my second hyper. So I just kind of like clear the ball and make some space so that they have to go down and get it. It does take us a while to kill Pain, I'm not going to lie. And I think that does help them get a little bit of positioning. We move the ball into the corner. I jump on tacos. Like, things are going pretty well here for us. Juan even uses his hyper at a really bad time. So I feel like things are basically going perfect for us. But they do have 2 hypers, and I do go down. So Sans clears the ball. Decent play by Chino. I think Chino could have positioned himself a little bit better here. But they do score with only 29 seconds left. So it is not looking very good for us. We do have hypers, though, and a kit jump. So we can definitely make a play. Issue is they also have 2 hypers. So it's looking a little bit scary. I jump over there onto the Kenji, which chains Chino's hyper. So Chino's able to use hyper. He doesn't get a hit with it, but he does kill the dude in the back. And, you know, Willow goes under, misses the super. So, like, it was definitely worth it. Didn't get a direct hit, but good things did lead from that. And then I have my hyper. I find, you know, Tacos to be a threat, not a threat, because he has hyper. So I kill him, jump on Pain, no reaction by Pain. And, yeah, we score and we win the match. And that felt good because this is what we needed to at least lock LCQ or Worlds. We had no idea what was to come after this. So Team Electros and Tribe did play a hell of a match, I have to say. Like, it was very possible Team Electros would have been up 2-0 and gone to the finals, which would have been really scary for our hopes at Worlds. But Tribe did end up beating them and clutching out like they have all year. And this secured our spot at Worlds. And this is a really emotional moment for me because it's, you know, 2021 I made it, 22 I made it, 23 I made it. It came to a point where I thought it was like kind of automatic that I would make it, especially with my good finishes that I was getting at Worlds. You know, even when I didn't come second, I was coming 4th, or I never got grouped, I never lost first round, you know, so I didn't think I was like that borderline team that wasn't going to make it the next year. I always thought I was just going to keep getting better and better. So the fact that we didn't make it in 2024 is really upsetting to me, and was really upsetting for a long time. This year didn't start off very well for us, but luck honestly was on our side compared to last year. Mostly due to the fact that Tribe and Elevate just dominated the region all year long. And yeah, we secured Worlds. I felt amazing. I felt on top of the world, and that was honestly awesome. And then we move on to our match versus Elevate. So we literally did 0 prep for this. Like, we didn't know what maps we were playing. We didn't know anything about this. We just, you know, we're locked in on beating STMN, and that's it. So, you know, the rest of the monthly final, we just winged it. We went first pick Tara on Hard Rock Mine. Tara's just a really good win condition, so that was just our idea. Who knows what Diego's doing on his phone over there, to be honest. Like, who knows? But they go Cord and Crow. They really like Crow, this team. This team really, really likes Crow. But for us, we're like, I just played a great Gene game. I could definitely go Gene again. So we lock in the Gene. We're thinking about our other brawler to go. This is a little bit more of a tricky pick, but we end up going Lily. Lily, again, is a very dynamic brawler. Makes a lot of plays. Does a lot of really good stuff. So yeah, Lily it was. So yeah, game number 1 was crazy. So I feel like I have to show game number 1 here. Kind of a slow start. Everyone's just kind of feeling each other out. We're telling Sans to take a slow start because we know they're going to play grouped up. Because Sans goes invis on Lily. He goes for their mid. Buster or Cordelius, you know, someone makes a play on Sans. They get their super. They move up. So we're telling Sans, you know, slow down. Be patient. So he's just waiting in the grass for now. I don't like love that because I like when my Lily has hyper, obviously, because that's like a game-winning play. So Sans moves up. He spawns right on Patchy. Patchy's able to get the kill. We don't get a follow-up, or at least as big of a one as we wanted. Chino has his pull. He does miss, though, but it did end up working out. And then Sans gets 2 hits. Uses his super on Diego. Gets another 2 hits. Diego jumps out. So at least Sans is close to hyper. And then I just feel like yanking Diego. So I take all the gems that are on the map. And I'm like, you know, it's cool. I'll take these. Sans also hits a hyper on Patchy at the same time. So we have all the gems. Everything's going good until my teammates decide we don't have to protect the gem carrier. We're both just going to move up at the same time. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Literally no clue. They almost win the game because of that. But Sans makes a ridiculous play here. Gets 1, dodges, gets 2, and that wins us the game. And honestly, we finished this game. We won the game. And I freaked out. I was like cussing out my team. I was like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys just letting me die there? What is wrong with you guys? Like, not that I was mad because obviously we won the game, but I was confused at like what in the world my team was doing there, and I expected perfection today. So next set we got Sneaky Fields. Ban stage comes in. A bunch of good brawlers are banned. Again, we first pick Tara, just like we did last set. Tara's a really good win condition on a lot of these modes. The pull is just broken, right? Originally, OG wanted to take Kit first pick, which we were playing a lot of Kit in this monthly finals. I said I don't like it here. Too grassy of a map. Too many tanks here. Kit's not that great into tank. So I said, like, let's Tara first pick. They're not obviously going to take Kit into Tara, and then we go Kit after that. So they go ahead and they take Nita, very strong into Tara, and then Gus, which, weird pick, mid pick, I don't know. We end up following through with the plan, even though Nita's also good into Kit, and go Kit. And then we go Bonnie mid because we like Bonnie into Gus. Now, this is, like, not a good draft, to be honest. They go Frank. Like, they win both lanes. The mid is, like, kind of even. I can't lie. But, like, their comp is so much better than ours, to be honest. We're just playing full comfort here. So moving on over to game 3, I'm going to pause the start. The first 2 games, I snuck. You guys can see my mouse, right? You can. I snuck over here on this left side, which was Patchy's lane. I can't lane Evelyn because as a cat, I do 2,000 damage. And, like, you know, that's 8 hits to kill this Frank. I don't know if I'm getting 8 hits off before I die. So I can't go on the Frank's lane. So we have to force Tara on Frank, which, like, is not the best. So I have to go on to Nita. I've already snuck on Patchy twice, but Patchy's an incredibly smart player, so I can't sneak on him a 3rd time. So I literally just rush it up the middle here. I don't know. It somehow worked. I get a kill on Diego. Chino with a very clean pass through to me. And then I just, like, slot it in the net. Quick first goal. Amazing start for us. Now, this didn't obviously happen the other games. The other games we were down 1-0, I think, to start both games. So this is a much better start for us. Chino and Sans, I have to say, played absolutely out of their minds this set. Like, played amazing. The pull there, not the best from Sans, but, I mean, Chino, like, clutched it. Like, it wasn't a bad pull, but whatever. Sans had some difficulty clearing that ball. I think maybe Patchy could have scored there, but he didn't go for it. He's 2-shot here. I kill him, jump on Diego. I'm screaming to get the ball because, you know, we need to clear the ball. And I don't know. Like, there's just a lot going on. Like, Chino's using these jumps to perfection. Sans is defending to perfection. I have my hyper now. I think Sans does too. I don't want to waste it, though, because it's very hard for them to score on us. Like, very, very, very difficult for them to score on us in this current situation, because I could just stun any of them and Sans could also kill any of them. The entire, like, side of our map is open, so it's really easy for us to defend. I said I'll use my hypercharge first, so I go and I get Diego. That's a really easy 3-tap. I didn't know Sans was also going to use his hypercharge, to be honest. And then Chino also uses his hypercharge. I feel like this was a little bit overkill. Like, I feel like we could have gone out of the spawn literally just with mine, and then, like, you know, Sans's as well was like, okay, like, that's 2, but, like, damn, we really used all 3. So I felt like we gave them, like, an opportunity to move up, but then Sans hits a very crazy double pull there, a second double pull that we get a nice little 2-piece with. I jump on Patchy. I don't get the kill, but really nice play there by Chino, and we defend it perfectly. Like, our defense was on point here. I mean, we were just playing messy. We had a really good first goal, and we were just playing messy for the rest of the time, like defending like crazy, doing weird stuff. So again, Chino, really nice defensive play. Sans holding it down, stalls enough time. I get my hyper at the right time, jump on Diego, kill Patchy, and that's game. I mean, I was so proud of us this set. I felt like we played this set so well. I love winning when we don't have comp, and to see everyone like pull through, do their part, play well. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So huge set win for us. Felt great. The next set, we got Hot Zone. We kind of predicted what they wanted to do. We felt like they wanted to leave Draco open and then go like a Barry slash Amber, or I mean a Barry slash Lou type thing into it. That was our gut feeling. But I feel like we had really nice bans. I feel like Lou would have been forced. I don't even know what they were going for, but they were clearly baiting something going first pick Draco. They also banned the cat. Like, they've seen enough of my cat, you know? They're like, we got to get that out of here. So they go Finks and Fish, which is a good 2-3. I can't lie. That's a really strong 2-3. Then we go Lou, because Lou's really good into Hank and just a really strong mid in general. And then we go Squeak, which was Sans' idea. I really like that pick because we were afraid they were going to go Mortis, so we didn't want to go Barley. And Squeak isn't great into Mortis, but it's a lot better than Barley is. Here, we thought they would Barley, but they ended up going Stu. And I don't even think the Stu pick was bad, but the weird thing is, like, how are you going to pick Stu, have Patchy on your team, and not let Patchy Stu, right? Like, Patchy's the greatest Stu to have ever walked this earth. There are 8 billion people on earth, and none of them are better at playing Stu in Brawl Stars than Patchy Pirate himself. So I don't know how Patchy's not playing Stu, but we're getting some great value here. A little bit of a slow start, but we do end up killing Diego Gamer. Fink's way super. Chino's doing a good job at spacing, and Evelyn, like, he's just not dodging. I don't know what bro's doing. So free kill for us, free positioning, and it's like our comp is really nice because once we get our Squeak gadget and our Lou super out, like, we kind of wasted using both of them at the same time there. But once we start using our utility and getting it out there, there is like no space for this other team to go. So they're trying to retake using this Fink super. And Chino's kind of just going to like bully his way through it, or at least try to. He did a good job at, you know, just making space for us and not allowing them to dominate when they get the Fink super out. And then I hit a nice peek over there. I'm able to kill Diego. Obviously, Sans is super on the zone. And then I hit a nice shot over there on Patchy. So again, we have full control. We know our Draco Hyper is coming, so we just have to hold down for a little bit longer. He gets his Draco Hyper, decides not to use it. Sans has his super, so he's just kind of, you know, got to throw it on the zone. He almost stuns Patchy, so that's like absolutely perfect. And then I slow Evelyn. I don't need to lane Evelyn. I just got to slow him so he's not affecting the game. Then Chino runs up. He goes crazy with his hyper. It could have been better value for sure, but I mean, good enough. And then at this point, Sans dies, so we just, you know, calm down. Let's reset. Let me just poke them from a lane. Let's not get too low HP. Just do our thing. I get a slowdown. Chino has a dragon, and it's easy. Just retake position, calm, easy. Don't need a panic. Sans gets hypercharge, and then beautiful. We just play off his hyper. He kills Diego. We don't even need to kill Evelyn. Sans starts spinning on them, and we make our first finals the entire year, and that felt good because, I mean, Vegeta, he's been helping us a lot. He's a very smart coach. So it was nice to beat him in his drafts, even though, you know, he wasn't really drafting because he was on vacation most part. I don't know what Sans is doing there. Feels good to beat Patchy. You know, like, we're good friends. He's beaten me this year, so it's nice to like kind of get that lick back. And yeah, I don't know. Diego's probably a cool guy. So yeah, finals. Did not expect that coming, but as you guys can see, we went first pick Kit. We're playing triple dribble again. They respond with Lou and Larry, so they've been incredibly strong 2-3, like incredibly strong 2-3. We go ahead and take Charlie, which I don't hate the pick. I don't love it, don't hate it. And then also take Barley. So pretty similar kind of to our first comp. Two of the brawlers at least. But they go Lily, and I honestly really like their comp here. Like, I like it a lot. So we start this at game number 3. You know, something I don't like, and I've been going over my team a lot, like this is our biggest thing, is Chino and Sans. They always stand on top of each other. They don't understand how to create space. So you guys can see there's 2 people laning me right here, because they're using the Lily radius, whatever, to identify when I'm close, and then they're using the Lou to lane me. And then, you know, you have 2 of my teammates right here. Technically, Barley counters Larry, but you have 2 of my teammates being held back by 1 Larry just because they're standing right on top of each other. So this creates 0 pressure on the right side of the map and allows the 2v1 to be a 2v1 until RBM doesn't need help anymore. Even though RBM didn't need help anymore, we still ended up getting the kill. So, I mean, I thought I played that pretty well. Chino goes ahead and corners the ball. I don't think I save this. I don't. And they go ahead and score straight away. So, I mean, just brutal start by us. I really didn't like that. So, again, they're doing the 2v1. Holy lag. Chino goes left. Well, I guess our right. I get a kill there. I hypered. I swear we just didn't see it because there's a little bit of lag. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we're just kind of doing our thing. It's really tough for us to score here without a Barley super. So we do finally get that Barley super. Although it's really easy for Luffy to make a play. I do stun Luffy at the right time though. And then here, I don't know. We just don't have the like abilities to go ahead and score a goal. I mean, we have the Barley super for sure, but Charlie isn't really a goal scorer unless you get into like a really good opportunity. Kit isn't a goal scorer. Like you could team wipe and score a goal, but besides that, we don't really have goal scorers. So yeah, they're doing a really good job. I'm trying to get the ball so I can corner it, but I'm just not in a good enough position to do that. I get the jump on Luffy. I know I'm going to get traded out, but I felt like it was a fine trade. And Zeus was forced to body block there, which kind of worked out for us. So I was pretty happy with that trade. Sans gets hyper, but he goes down. Luffy is able to get the kill. I tried to go close enough for the sneak, but I wasn't able to. And they were very aware that I was invis. So again, I just have my hop, but it's kind of useless. Sans gets hypered on, and I don't know. Like, we're just trying our best to score a goal. We're trying our best to do our thing, but it's just... I don't know. It just wasn't meant to be. The start was really bad, and we're supposed to have a good start, to be honest. So that was just kind of unfortunate for us. Zeus smartly corners the ball, and they take set number 1 here. Pretty well played by them. So moving on over to Bell's Rock, they first pick the Kit because, you know, Kit's just broken on Bell's Rock. We end up going Bonnie and Ollie. I really like this combination. We have range, we have HP, we have control. We can pull people in if they get close with the Ollie super. We have a hypercharge. So we kind of have everything I'd want here in a draft. They go Daryl. You know, Daryl Cat has been a good combo all year long. And then last pick, they go Squeak. So very nice, well-rounded comp. They've had this map versus Team Electros earlier as well, and they also went Squeak. So I think they just really like the Squeak on this comp. And then we went Rico because, you know, nothing here really counters Rico. Rico's broken, and on this map specifically, and we thought it would be a really good pick. So we took game number 1, even though there was a little bit of a blunder by Sans in the first round. And we won even though there was a blunder, which made us really confident about our comp. So we're just kind of doing our thing here. Zeus does get Chino to one shot. I lost my voice. Like, my voice is so gone. And I'm tired. But whatever. No more excuses. Continue the video. RBM rolls in. Absolutely melted by Sans. Chino with a nice jump. They had full positioning and kind of just wasted their full positioning for nothing. So then here, Sans is like, I'm 2 clips off of Rico hyper, which is absolutely insane because we've, you know, barely played 1 round. But he gets his hyper, so we're like, all right, screw it. Let's just push. He goes in, hits a bunch of shots. He kills Zeus, so now it's a 3v2. We just got to play carefully. I'm, you know, just trying to stay near my teammates. I hit a nice pull on RBM. That's a kill, and that felt like it was under a minute. Just clean, beautiful, amazingly played, especially by Sans. And yeah, I don't know, just fantastic. Let's keep it going. Okay, next draft. We're picking this one up mid-draft. On this map, we didn't know what to do. I wanted first pick Tara. OG wanted first pick Cat, and I was like, you know what? Let's just leave both of them open and just take whichever one they don't. And they just went first pick Cord. So we're like, okay, I guess we take both Cat and Tara. And they went Janet. Very strong mid. Very good here. And Ash. Ain't nobody trying to face RBM's Ash, bro. And then we last picked, what did we last pick? Crow, because we thought Crow would be a good mid. Crow's very good into both Cord and Ash. Not the strongest into Janet, but very good into Cord and Ash. So it was a pretty good pick. So yeah, we head on over to game 3. We won game number 1. They won game number 2. I had such a disaster class start. I didn't hit any shots to start this round, even though I was landing Ash, which I feel like I should be able to get at least like 2, 3, or 4 off of. And I waste my invis, and I'm like such a big win. Like, we don't have comp. They have better lanes, but we have better win conditions. So I jump on RBM thinking Chino's going to follow up, charge some super. Does not charge any super. I do not charge any super. I've had 1 hit, and there's already been almost 7 gem spawns. I only have 1 hit. I need 8 for my super. So Luffy goes in. He makes a play. He's doing his thing. I get low. I can't push up. They already have 6 gems. Like, we are in a horrible spot. I go invis. I'm just trying to do anything here to get some supercharge, get some anything. RBM has to respect the fact that I do have a cat jump though, so he jumps out. This is a game-changing time right here. You guys can see the score is 7-1, and they have a gem spawn. Luffy gives me 1 hit. Chino misses his pull here, but little does he know that missing his pull was actually a game-winning play, because when he misses his pull and they have 9 gems, I get 1, 2, 3. I get a double hit here, 5, and then 6. I get 6 total hits there. I end up going down. Luffy's forced to use his hyper. Chino does waste his super, but based off that interaction alone, I gained 75% of my hypercharge. I already had 25% from the start, so now I just have a hypercharge. And obviously, cat hypercharge is very scary. You don't want to throw the game to a cat hypercharge, so I'm kind of just chilling. I'm doing my thing. I go invis. Zeus gets scared, so he flies. I guess he flew because he has a jump gadget as well, so he thinks it's okay. But then he goes for the gem, and he jumps. So now he has absolutely no utility to cancel out my cat jump. So what do? I click my hyper button. I cat jump perfectly at the same time. RBM uses his hyper, and Chino hypers him right back. So Chino gets a kill, clears out the map. I jump on Zeus. There's nothing they can do. I get 1 hit off. Luffy takes me to the realm. My teammates get the gems, and they run away. And I'm just stalling, keeping Luffy in the realm for as long as I can. I get a couple hits there. Chino hits the pull, gets 1, gets 2. Luffy dodges the jump. That's about all he can do in this situation. And we somehow, some way, escape this game, this set, with a win. And we are now 1 set away from winning the monthly finals when we haven't even won a set in semifinals all year. Next map is Hideout. There's a lot that goes on here in this match. Like, we got to talk about it. I hate Hideout. So whatever, we do our bans. They first pick Kaze. Kaze is a very strong, dangerous brawler. Doesn't really allow you to go snipers or throwers. We take Bonnie and Ollie. I'm sure you guys have seen this 2-3 before. The same 2-3 as our Bell's Rock. They go Gus and Charlie, and we're like, they have an assassin. They have a Charlie. You know, like, we can't really go a sniper. What can we go? And we land on Amber. Amber, I thought, was a really good pick. I thought it was really smart. I think it's a really good idea. It's unconventional, but really good, I felt. So here we go into game 3. Fun fact about game 3 is my phone died. So I was playing this monthly final upstairs because the previous monthly finals, I was very uncomfortable. I was playing on the floor, or, you know, we were like sharing a bed and all playing on the bed, wasn't the most comfortable. So I said, you know what, this time I don't care if I'm in the same house as you guys. Like, we could still VC on, like, we can call on Discord. Like, you guys can be together. I want to be comfortable. So I'm upstairs, I'm chilling on the couch, I'm doing my thing, and they're downstairs on another floor. At the very end of game 2 of this set, my phone dies, which was both the camera that BSC was recording me on and the phone or device or whatever that I was using to communicate with my teammates. So for this entire match, when I was communicating with my teammates, if I wanted to make a call out, I would scream at the top of my lungs so they can hear me downstairs. Maybe that's the cause for my throat being upset right now. Maybe it's just because I've been talking a lot over the last 2 days. I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, that is the story about that. So that was like pretty funny. We pushed them back really hard here. So I'm like screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, go, 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 go. Because they didn't do any damage to us, Sans was able to pick off Zeus one-on-one. Very beautiful play there by Sans. Amazing. I'm screaming like, stay up, but then I get hit, so I have to go back, so then I fall back. Now Kaze is really dangerous because Kaze can go invis. You guys can see Luffy got the super. The super is very scary, I can't lie. Like, I don't love it. And I'm just trying to hold this wall. I'm trying to do my thing. We're switching the Amber over onto the Charlie because it's pretty difficult for an Amber to stay alive when a Kaze supers on her face. So the Kaze goes invis, trying to make a hero play. Does get a kill, but it's a bad trade, 2 for 3. And yeah, I don't know. We're in a good spot because both me and Chino can both die. But, obviously we don't want to die, but we can. RBM knocks me back. I waste my super and gadget. I think we're going to lose here. This is a crazy sequence. I got to go back. I think we're going to lose here because there's, a hyper Kaze super. I can't see anything. I wasted all my stuff. I'm low. At the end of the day, one of us can die. Just Sans can't. So I tank for Chino. I make sure Chino doesn't die. Sans gets cocooned, but then Chino, this is just such a crazy sequence, jumps on Zeus. So Zeus dies, and then Luffy tries to avenge Zeus, but can't. And then Luffy barely stays alive. At the same time where Luffy is barely staying alive, Sans is screaming my name, like from the basement, body block, body block. So then I go in front of him, I body block. He lives on one shot. I want you guys to watch Chino right here. I'm going and changing the playback speed to 0.25 here. I want you guys to watch Chino's HP. A gust shot, I don't know how, I think it does 2240 or something. Look at Chino's HP. Look at Chino's HP. By the way, why is he pushing this gust? I have no idea. Look at his HP. Keep your eye on his HP. Look at the gust shot. Look at the gust shot. Look how close the gust shot is. Chino healed in like the nanosecond that he still has not healed, and look where this gust shot is. Chino literally healed in the nanosecond that gust shot hit him, and he survived on 299 HP. Isn't that just absolutely ridiculous? But anyways, it continues. Luffy's pushed up against my wall. I'm the only one that could die. I go for RBM. I get knocked into Luffy. I pull him. I super him. I stun him. We're going for the kill over here. Chino gets his hyper. I know he wants to jump, but he's not allowed to jump. I go for RBM. Zeus is going for Sans. Luffy's trying to make a play. I get a kill down low. Chino gets a kill up top. Luffy gets one, but it is not enough, and we win the very last monthly final of the year. And just wow, the emotions are on display here. This is the very first time that Sans or Chino have won a monthly final in a non-split region. It's the first time in 2 years that I have won a monthly final, or Sans or Chino. And yeah, just incredible. Just so incredible how we waited till the very last month of the year, and then we pulled off the win. And I don't know, it's incredible. It feels amazing. I felt like we played the best we have all year, obviously. As a team, we drafted really good. It felt like every comp we had a chance to win, and I feel like that's kind of what's important, is the fact that you have a chance to win. Even if we sometimes didn't have an advantage, we still had a chance, and that's good. But OG did draft amazingly well. What else do I gotta say? I mean, there was just a lot of emotions here. A lot of the new age Brawl Stars players, they haven't really seen me with a lot of success yet in terms of esports. When people came into the game, they've probably seen I've come second at Worlds, top 4 at Worlds. But I guess most people don't really know the style of how my teams operate, and how we always do so bad online, and how we always only do good at in-person events like Worlds or Brawl Cup or stuff like that, or the end of the years. In 2022, we won the very last monthly final to secure Worlds. This year, we won the last monthly final to secure Worlds. In 2023, we won LCQ versus the hardest teams to secure going to Worlds. And in 2024, which I feel like was the main reason why I guess my name got tarnished, you could say, is because we didn't make Worlds. But we lagged, like we went to this gaming center. We were up 2-0 sets on Tribe, and this gaming center just started downloading a bunch of games on like 100 different computers. And, when you do that, the Wi-Fi gets a lot worse. We were skipping frames, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but, I knew we could have done it. We were up 2-0, and then we started lagging, and I knew the ability of the team that I had last year. And it kind of just brought back some emotions. It was like, if I could do it this year when things seemed worse, then I definitely could have done it last year. And I just wish I had that fair shot. But I feel like as a person, it changed me. I got like different perspective. I learned a lot about myself and about people around me. And you know what? Maybe it was worth it. Maybe this is, the path that is best for me and for everyone. So yeah, I mean, this was insane. My flight back was supposed to be the day after monthly final, but it got canceled because the airline that I'm with was on strike. So I had to stay in Texas 2 extra days. Then I had a flight at 8 in the morning, which got delayed by 3 hours. So, I mean, I just had the worst time, like, after the monthly. My phone also broke. I got a new phone. My phone broke. Like I had the worst time in Texas, but I won the monthly final, so it didn't matter. I was happy the whole time. But yeah, I don't know. Just such a crazy month. Such a crazy way to end the year. And for the first time, I can, like, enjoy LCQ. I don't have to be in the fire of it. I could just sit back, you know, chill, watch. And I'm so excited for that. So I just appreciate everyone that believed in me, supports me, all that stuff. You guys, like, mean the world to me. And I'm happy I got to win and deliver everyone that watches some happiness. So thank you guys so much for supporting. Thank you guys for everything. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.